what does CIA stand for?
I don't know.
What does CIA stand for?
I have no idea.
What does CIA stand for?
CIA, Criminal Investigative Association, I believe.
What does CIA stand for?
The Central Intelligence Agency.
That is correct. That is what the CIA stands for. Now, do you know what the primary job of the CIA is?
I think their primary job would be similar to the police force, but more the head of law enforcement.
Now, Marianne, what is the primary job of the CIA?
I believe it has to do with foreign intelligence.
Now, do you know the primary job of the CIA?
Not specifically. I would guess they have some work to do with counterintelligence and keeping the country safe.
Do you know the primary job of the CIA?
It's to, I guess, expose threats abroad to make us safer, I suppose.
The CIA is the foreign spying agency for America.
That is also correct. Now, they collect, analyze, evaluate, and disseminate foreign intelligence in order to help make decisions that relate to national security. So you're right.
So, Jerome, can you guess what religious group has predominantly run the CIA?
I would assume Christians or Catholics.
Can you guess what religious group has predominantly run the CIA?
Atheist. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Now, can you guess what religious group has predominantly run the CIA?
I'm going to assume or guess the Catholic religion.
That is correct. Why do you guess that?
Because I figured that they might have a lot of involvement with the CIA.
Now, the CIA has been predominantly run by Roman Catholics, and a high percentage of them have been members of the Jesuit Society.
Yeah.
So, Kai, do you know who the Jesuits are?
The Jesuits, I couldn't give you a dictionary definition.
Okay, do you have an idea of who they are?
They were the first, I think they were the colonists, one of the first colonists that came over to America, and they kind of like split from Protestantism and what are they called? What were the Puritanism, and they're split from Puritans to form the Jesuits, I believe.
So, do you know who Jesuits are, Marianne?
Kind of, yes. I was raised Catholic, so I'm familiar with Jesuits.
Okay. And what can you tell me about Jesuits?
Well, they seem to be more liberal priests, I guess.
All right, so they are a male congregation in the Roman Catholic Church, as you know. And so what we're going to do is just read the Jesuit oath, okay? So have you follow along. It says,
I furthermore promise and declare that I will,
when opportunity present, make and wage relentless war, secretly or openly, against all heretics.
I will hang, waste, boil, flay, strangle, and bury alive.
Rip up the stomachs and wombs of their women in order to annihilate forever their terrible race. So, Lucas, what are your thoughts on the Jesuit oath?
Well, based on that oath, I'm not too fond of the group. I haven't really looked into what else they claim to stand for, but it's kind of concerning to have a group, like you said, so involved in central intelligence and everything, and being so motivated by these values.
So, Amber, what are your thoughts on the Jesuit oath?
It's pretty deep. It's kind of, I don't know, violent in my opinion.
So what are your thoughts on the Jesuit oath, Kai?
It sounds like any other religion, really. Violent, fear, God-fearing, or fearing deviation from belief systems. That's what I feel like. No surprise to me.
So what are your thoughts on the Jesuit oath?
The Jesuits are pretty bad people. Sounds like they want to kill people. That's not a good thing, is it?
So Jose, what are your thoughts on the Jesuits' oath?
It's not a much, it doesn't seem like a very religious organization at all. Unfortunately. By reading this, it seems like, everything that they, according to this, everything that, they stand for, it's totally against what the Bible teaches us.
Is evil. It's very evil. And I'm amazed. I'm absolutely amazed.
Now, do you know who the current director of the CIA is?
I do not.
His name is John Brennan, and he himself is a Jesuit. Did you know that?
No, but it doesn't surprise me.
Now, did you know that Pope Francis is the first publicly announced Jesuit Pope, Lucas?
I did not. I've heard quite a bit about Pope Francis, but I've not heard that.
Yes, he is a Jesuit, and he has been named the most popular person in the world by a recent poll. He also believes that he has the solution to solve the world's issues. So, Lucas, my question is, based on the Jesuit oath, how do you feel about Pope Francis being so impactful in political and social issues?
Well, I would guess if he's basing his solution to the world's issues on this oath, it's not something that the public is going to want to support, or at least not anyone but these extremists. I would hope that he would be more responsible in finding a better way to find people without flaying, or to fix things without flaying people and ripping up their stomachs and hurting people.
Based on the Jesuit oath, the excerpt that we just read, what are your thoughts on Pope Francis being so impactful in social and political issues?
I think that we should keep our, separation of state and church. I believe that the Pope should stick to his religious issues, and then the government needs to handle the government issues.
So now, based on the Jesuit oath, because Pope Francis is a Jesuit, right? How do you feel about Pope Francis being so impactful in political and social issues?
I feel that's a sign of prophecy. So I'm not surprised. It's, the Catholic religion is a religion of a universal religion trying to get everyone in the world to follow their same creed. So that doesn't surprise me.
Wow, Sean, I was going to ask you now, are you aware that the Bible tells us there is a time coming when our liberty of conscience will be stripped away, and that those who stand true to the principles of Protestantism will not be able to buy and sell?
Yes, Revelation.
You are correct. So now what we're going to do is just leave you with an article. It talks more about the subject and a gift showing how history is being repeated. Any other comments, Sean?
None whatsoever.
It's eye-opening to me. It's very fascinating, eye-opening, seriously, and I'm going to do more research about it.
All right, well, thank you so much, Jerome, for your time. Thank you.
Thank you for your information.
You're very welcome. Thank you.